Well, hey everybody, welcome back to RC Mechanic Garage. And today what we're going to do is introduce you to what's going to happen here in the new season 8. This is season 8, right? And in season 7, what I got into was some 3D printing, right? And when I did that, well, at first I started out doing little figures for my wife because we actually worked the GeekCon event in Bossier, and which didn't go quite as well as we wanted to, but I printed a lot. Boy, did I print a lot. And when I did that, well, I learned a lot. My printer I bought was the Creality K1 Max, and I gotta tell you, if you're gonna get into 3D printing, an enclosed one is the way to go, right? Keeps your temperatures the way they should be, the whole bit. I mean, things bond. And one of those other things I learned is don't use cheap filament. It just don't work, right? ABS is still a challenge for me. But, you know, after we got done with the GeekCon, I started working on, I found some files, right, for some RC trucks. So I printed some of them up. I just want to show you them because that's what's going to be coming up here in 2025. So what I did is I did some searching on the internet, and I came across these right here. I know a lot of you like, you know, the square bodies, Chevys, but I'm more of a Dodge guy myself, so we're just gonna go with that. Some of my favorite body styles is this one right here, and yeah, it turned out really good, I think. Take a look at it. I also bought a second printer. I bought a Bamboo X1C. I'm not utilizing the multicolor part of it, but some of these were printed on the Bamboo, some of these were printed on the Creality. So, yeah, my all-time favorite body style is this one right here. This is the 69 Dodge. Actually, I like the 70 better, but I couldn't find one. And this was done on the X1. The orientation of the cab probably could have been different because of the way it turned out. This one here was also done on the Creality K1 Max. This one, I really like the grill on this. I may use the same grill on at least 2 of these, because this grill will not fit on this one, but it will fit on that one, right? And I found this Ford. What I did is I picked up some silver filament and made the grill out of that, because back in the day, these were basically all aluminum, not polished really, but aluminum, right? So, and that turned out, I think, pretty good. Now this one here is 87 Dodge. This one was done on the Bamboo, which turned out really nice. Thing is that both of those printers actually work really well. One does better for some things, one does better for other things. Actually, I had to do is when it comes to the grills on these, I had to do these on the Bamboo, because the Creality, for some reason, they did not want to work out. This one was done on the Creality, and it's okay, but my first shot at doing the rest of the grills did not work out so well. Alright, so let's look at Dodge bodies first. This one here is a, I believe, somewhere around a 73, and As you can see, the grill looks really good. The body looks pretty good. But the box, now that looks a little rough. Nothing that a little bit of sanding won't fix, but I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I can think of is that the box, even though this is a full depth box, that if we were going to do an RC on it, may have to cut that down a bit. You know, kind of like bring this floor up a little bit. All right. The files I bought came complete with lenses and interior and everything. So I should be able to print off everything I need. I do understand that not everybody has a 3D printer, but and that if you do have one, I mean, then you do realize that there are things that, you know, just need to be cleaned up, because the 3D printer it's not perfect. It's just not. There's some sanding to do and all that with this one, but you know, there's different configurations we can do with this, right? So we can we can leave it like it is, or we can go with something different, you know, depending on what your imagination is, right? So let me show you that. So imagine this, right? Imagine this cab right here in front clip with, that's a clip, by the way. It's a clip that goes on the front. That's why it's called a front clip. Alright? Alright. With a tow truck chassis. I did not print everything that went with it. I didn't print the light bar. I didn't print the boom. I didn't print all that stuff. Right? But, same as this, there's some things that need to be, you know, sanded and taken care of before we can call it done. But imagine that, you know, I've had this truck, I've not had a tow truck, but I've had this truck. It was originally a what they called a club cab at the time, and I put a new cab on it and had to move like body mounts up and the whole bit. You know, it was like, I was a lot younger, you know. This, like I said, this print comes with, I can print lenses, I can print all kinds of stuff. Only thing I can't do is the windshield glass. Side glass will not be an issue, rear glass will not be an issue, but that front might be because of the curve to it. So, let me know what you think of this thing. And we can just move on to the next thing. Alright, so next up is the 68 Dodge, right? The iconic body style. This one ended up being the roughest of all of them. Well, probably because it was like the first one I did. And I was not, you know, very experienced with it. So, the roof is really rough. The hood is really rough. The body, the bed is pretty rough. But the only thing that's going to really require is a whole lot more sanding. And the one thing I can say about this is that this here holds, I mean, there's so many avenues a person can go down, right? The bed is really long on this one. Let's take a look at the wheelbase. So we're talking about 13 and a quarter. This truck will most likely be on the bucket list for this 2025 season. So only because I really like it. I like the body style. I like the way, I mean, just look at them lines, right? To think that there's not a whole lot out there for aftermarket on this truck really is disappointing. Unless you want to completely change it. I mean, restoring one of these to stock would be so incredibly expensive. I don't doubt why people just kind of give up on it, right? So, as far as the bed goes, it's pretty good. The lash for the rear tailgate didn't work out so well. I can still print out the taillights right here and here and here. If I wanted to, I could do something with the side marker lights here and right up here, but I'm not sure yet. That's something we'll cross as we go down that river. Alright, the headlights, I've already printed them out. Actually, I've already printed out the taillights, but they have not turned out the way I wanted them to. There is an interior for this truck as well. It would really be great if the RC market actually put out these trucks, but they don't. And that's a lot of the reason why I went to 3D printing. Originally it was just to make my own parts, but I haven't really delved into that much. Then I ran across these. The detail is like crazy. I actually remember this truck from when I was younger. Yeah, that's how old I am. I remember this truck from when I was younger, and it was such a monster. It was crazy. So hopefully I can do it justice when we rebuild this. Alright, so here is the club cab, right? I actually owned this truck as well. It was completely rusted out, and well, it had to be replaced, so it ended up with a standard cab. And with a 11 to 12 foot flatbed. Let's take a look at, we already looked at this. This was in the last truck. No, the truck before last, right? As far as the cab goes, we're looking at 77 grill on this one. I'm thinking this is going to be one of the long-term projects for this channel in 2025, and we're going to go ahead and probably put the tow truck body on it. Why not? I think the tow truck body with this truck would be awesome. I mean, just think about it. This is all done in PLA. Most likely, if I did the boom and all that, it would be done in ABS. Just because it would be stronger, and we can modify this. Our imaginations can go wild on this. I have the whole interior already printed out on this. Actually, I was wrong on that. I do not have the interior printed out on this. I do have it printed out on the Ford. Okay? So, if you guys like this, or any of these models that I've printed out, just make sure to give me a like click, leave a message, leave a comment, all that stuff. Just do that. Might as well. And this was printed out on the K1 Max, I believe. And I believe if I was I did not really know much about orientation of the print to make things a bit smoother, so at that time that's why we ended up with it being so rough on top. But this grill is what I really like. This is like a 77 grill. I'd go with something like that. You know, that'll fit in there too. Same body style. Let's check and see what the wheelbase would be like on this thing. So we're looking at, holy crap, about 15.5 inches. I don't think that would be really a rock crawler. Nope. More like a trail truck slash, well, recovery vehicle. How about if we put the other bed on it? Let's do that. Alright. With the other bed on it, we're looking at about 13.5. 13.75. So we're looking at about an inch longer. And with the club cab, we're looking at pretty much 2 inches longer. I guess it would depend on what I want to use this for. Most likely we'll have to build a frame for it, because I don't think I can even get maybe 3 or 4 link in the front, leaf sprung in the rear. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, tell me your thoughts on that. I really like to know, because I don't know where I'm gonna start. Alright, so this one is Ford. Not sure what I'll do with it. Should I make something to make this whole, bed and cab front clip part work, or should I turn it into something else? That would be another thing that I would ask you all about. I really like to know your opinion. So we're looking at about 13.5 inch wheelbase on that one as well. All these trucks come with complete interiors for the cab, so I can print them out. I reprinted the grill on this in silver. It turned out so much better than the other way. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Alright, so let's just go ahead and, take it apart and put it back together again. Do that again. Yeah, sure. Why not? Alright, so should we make it a truggy? Should we make it a flatbed Ford? What should we do, with it? Your opinion really matters on it as well, and I'd really like to know. Keep in mind that all these trucks come with a full depth bed, right? So if I need to compensate for 4 link, 3 link, or whatever, I'll have to shorten that depth. Alright, so this is the 87 Dodge. Had great plans for this truck. Of all the print files I've downloaded and bought, this is the only one that gave me a short bed version of this truck. And that's what I printed out here. Is a short bed version. Now the inner bed did not turn out like I wanted it to. Right? I mean, this looks fine. Pop this out. You can see there's a lot of rough area right there. Rough area on the inside right here. So I'm most likely going to have to reprint that. One thing I can say is that every single one of these trucks are iconic. Iconic for a few reasons. One being that nobody makes them. Only in the 3D printing world that you can find them. And I've already gotten people wanting to buy them. So I'm not sure what to do. I think what we're going to do is this one and the club cab. We're going to do the club cab and this truck right here first. Because the club cab, because I'm going to have to build a frame for it because it is way too flipping long. And it's going to need to be leaf sprung. So, and this one here is looking at 1 foot 3/8 inches. It's pretty dang close to a Trailfinder 2 long wheelbase, and I guess that's what we're going to look into on the next video. Hopefully I didn't bore you all too badly to death, but this is my 3D print project for 2025, right? And I hope you all like it. I hope you all want to, see what's going to happen with it. I hope that we just, you just keep watching and seeing what's going to happen. There won't be too many updates on these trucks on YouTube. You will see some updates on my Instagram or my Facebook as far as how the body's progressing and things like that. I'm going to have to find a chassis to work with this one. Going to have to build a chassis to work with the wrecker. Which kind of leads me to the last thing in this video. Okay, so I went ahead and I printed up the 3D version of the file of the frame right here for the tow truck. What I'm going to have to do is replicate basically this whole thing, plus make all the RC parts fit. So looking at this, I found out that in just eyeballing it, right, is that the RC four-wheel drive springs will fit right here. They should, anyway. And the stock I have here is, I'm going to have to probably get a couple more sticks to accommodate for screw-ups. But I should be able to build this. It's going to take some time. It's another one where we're going to get some updates on it, but most likely not going to get live video updates on it. So there we are. We're going to go with the 87 Dodge and the wrecker first. We'll see how that works out. And if you liked everything you've seen today, make sure to give me a like, click, subscribe. This is RC Mechanic. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following along as far as you have, if you have. And I'll catch you on the next video.